A $2,400 boost to your Social Security checks? The proposal is back on the table, but there's a major catch you need to know about. In today's video, you'll discover exactly how this proposed $200 monthly increase could affect your benefits, why the same lawmakers who pushed for this 5 years ago are bringing it back now, and the concerning fine print that most news outlets aren't talking about. Stay until the end, where I'll reveal why this temporary increase might actually create more problems than it solves. Plus, I'll share a completely free resource that could save you thousands on your Medicare costs this year. Welcome to Financial Area, where we cut through the noise to bring you the financial updates that matter most to retirees and Social Security recipients. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and like this video so you never miss our latest updates on Social Security, Medicare, and retirement planning. Breaking news for Social Security recipients. A proposal to increase your benefits by $2,400 per year has resurfaced in Washington. That's right, an extra $200 in your monthly checks is once again being discussed by lawmakers. This proposal would provide much-needed relief to millions of seniors and disabled Americans who depend on these benefits to make ends meet. The proposal aims to boost payments across the board for all Social Security beneficiaries, whether you're receiving retirement, disability, or survivor benefits. For the average recipient currently getting around $1,907 per month, this would represent more than a 10% increase to your monthly income. That's significant, especially considering that many of you have told us how difficult it's been keeping up with rising costs over the past few years. But if this proposal sounds familiar, you're absolutely right. This isn't the first time we've heard promises of a $200 monthly increase. Back in early 2020, just as the pandemic was beginning, the exact same proposal was introduced by the exact same group of lawmakers: Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren, and Ron Wyden. That earlier proposal gained headlines but ultimately went nowhere. So why is it back now, 5 years later? The lawmakers behind this renewed push claim that Social Security benefits have failed to keep pace with inflation, particularly in categories that impact seniors most heavily, like healthcare, housing, and groceries. They argue that the standard cost of living adjustments simply aren't enough to maintain seniors' purchasing power. As for where this proposal currently stands, it's been introduced but faces a challenging path forward. The proposal would need to clear multiple committees before reaching a full vote in both chambers of Congress. Political analysts we've spoken with give it low odds of passing in its current form, particularly given the divided nature of Washington right now. Even if it did gain momentum, implementation would likely take months, meaning benefits wouldn't increase until late this year at the earliest. Now, here's where things get concerning, and it's something very few news outlets are discussing. Based on the current proposal, this increase isn't permanent. It's designed as a temporary measure that would expire at the end of the calendar year, unless extended by additional legislation. This temporary nature creates a serious problem. Many recipients would quickly adjust their budgets and living standards to accommodate this extra $200 per month, only to potentially face its removal later. Financial advisors call this the income cliff effect. When people become dependent on a temporary increase in income, its removal can actually leave them worse off than if they'd never received it at all. This approach also doesn't address the fundamental funding challenges facing Social Security. The program's trust funds are still projected to be depleted by the mid-2030s, at which point benefits would need to be cut by approximately 20% unless Congress takes action. Adding another $2,400 per year per beneficiary without addressing the underlying funding mechanism would actually accelerate this timeline. What's particularly troubling is that the proposal doesn't clearly identify how this increase would be funded. Some documents suggest it might come from increasing the payroll tax cap, which currently stands at $168,600 for 2025. However, this funding mechanism isn't explicitly tied to the benefit increase in the current legislative language. When we look at the timing and structure of this proposal, some troubling questions emerge about political motivations. Proposing popular but unlikely to pass legislation is a common strategy in Washington. It allows politicians to claim they're fighting for their constituents while knowing they'll never have to actually implement or fund the promises they're making. We've seen this pattern repeatedly with Social Security. Big promises of increased benefits tend to surface during election cycles, only to fade away once the votes are counted. The fact that the same lawmakers are recycling a 5-year-old proposal that went nowhere the first time suggests this might be more about political optics than genuine reform. So let's talk about what matters most, what this actually means for you and your financial security. First, we should ask, is $200 per month actually enough? While any increase would certainly help, we need to put this in perspective. Over the past 5 years, inflation has significantly eroded purchasing power. What $100 bought in 2020 now costs about $122. That means even with this proposed increase, many seniors would essentially be running in place rather than getting ahead. Housing costs in particular have skyrocketed in many parts of the country, with rental increases far outpacing the general inflation rate. According to retirement security experts, what many seniors actually need is a comprehensive overhaul of how benefits are calculated. The current cost of living adjustment formula uses an inflation measure that doesn't accurately reflect the spending patterns of older Americans, who spend disproportionately on healthcare and housing, categories that have seen some of the steepest price increases. So, what should you do while Washington debates? First, don't count on this increase when planning your budget. It's far from certain and, even if implemented, would likely be temporary. Instead, focus on optimizing the benefits and resources you currently have. Review your budget to identify potential areas of savings. Many seniors we work with find they're paying for subscriptions or services they rarely use. A thorough audit can often free up $5,100 per month without significantly impacting your lifestyle. Also consider whether you're taking advantage of all available benefits. Programs like SNAP, formerly food stamps, Medicare savings programs, and the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program can provide significant support, but they're chronically underutilized because many eligible seniors don't know about them or assume they won't qualify. And speaking of maximizing benefits, this is why I promised to share something valuable at the end of this video. Our team at Financial Area has been helping seniors navigate the complicated world of Medicare, and we've found that choosing the right plan can often save more than this proposed $200 monthly increase would provide. We're currently offering completely free Medicare plan evaluations to our community. Many seniors are in plans that don't match their actual healthcare needs or prescription medications. By analyzing your specific situation, we can often identify plans that provide better coverage at lower costs. Just last month, we helped Margaret from Ohio switch to a plan that saved her $347 per month on her prescriptions alone. That's significantly more than the $200 increase being proposed. And unlike temporary government increases, these savings continue year after year. So, what do you think about this proposed increase? Is $200 per month enough to make a meaningful difference in your retirement? Do you believe this proposal will actually become reality? Or is it just political theater? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one and use your feedback to shape our future videos. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Financial Area. We're committed to bringing you the most important updates on Social Security, Medicare, and retirement planning without the political spin or clickbait headlines you'll find elsewhere. Thank you for watching, and remember, when it comes to your financial security, staying informed is your best defense against uncertainty. We'll see you in the next video.